Hi, I'm Chris Isaac. Stay tuned for Just For You and the Chris Isaac Sex Spectacular.
God, I had the weirdest dream last night. It was like about these incredibly entertaining students from Monte Vista High School who put together this excellent television show. What do you know? It's a dream come true. It's Just For You, here for yet another exciting episode. And tonight we've got it all, so don't even think about going away. Everyone's always complaining about how boring it is around here, and well, you see, I think I have a solution to this problem. We're only a hop, skip, and a jump away from one of the most exciting cities in the country, San Francisco. So take advantage of this while it's still standing. At the Morrison Planetarium at the California Academy of Sciences, deep in the heart of Golden Gate Park, the Laserium presents Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. This is a brilliant laser show set to the tunes of one of the greatest bands ever. There are other laser shows of interest, including Summer of '69 and Zodiac Light. Tickets are available through Ticketron or at the door at 1/2 hour in advance. Michael's back. It's Halloween 5. He's seeking revenge. Can they stop him? Will he ever die? You'll just have to see it to get an answer to these nagging questions. And if Halloween 5 isn't quite your thing, maybe you want to see the new comedy Steel Magnolias, starring Oscar winner Sally Field from Splash, Daryl Hannah, and country singer Dolly Parton. This movie opened on November 3rd. Roseanne Barr is coming to town for a comedy show on December 28th, 29th, and 30th at the Circle Star Center in San Carlos. Plan ahead, get your tickets now. So there's a few things to keep you busy on those less than exciting evenings. And now it's time to just get on with it.
Comfortably Numb, Run Like Hell, Money, Us and Them, Wish You Were Here. Do any of these song titles sound familiar? Well, if you're a Pink Floyd fan, they all should. These are just a few of the songs off the latest album produced by the legendary band Pink Floyd. The album is Delicate Sounds of Thunder, which is a concert tape. It's got a lot of the great oldies by Pink Floyd, as well as most of the songs off the last studio album, A Momentary Lapse of Reason. Although these past two albums are not quite the same without Roger Waters, the former bassist, singer, and dominant songwriter, they still managed to sound great. If you had the privilege to see this concert, you saw an amazing array of lasers, trippy sounds, brain-frying special effects, and all those FM great radio classics. This concert was also recently put on videotape, so if you didn't get a chance to see him live, you can still kind of get an idea what a Floyd concert's like. Take a look at this clip and judge for yourself. As you can see, they don't like to fool around when it comes to putting on a great show. Rumor has it they're going to be back with another album and hopefully another tour. If this is true, I'd advise anyone to get tickets. So far, I've been very pleased with every album ever made by Floyd, which makes Delicate Sounds of Thunder a great tape because it's got their old stuff as well as newer stuff. Pink Floyd's been around since the late 60s, which means they've got about 15 or more albums out. One of these, Dark Side of the Moon, which I'm sure you've probably heard of, has been on the charts for a record-breaking 758 weeks, which says something to me. If you're a Floyd fan, you should definitely have Delicate Sounds of Thunder. And if you're not a great fan of Floyd, you should have it or you're missing out.
You know, I was really bored last Saturday morning and sitting by the TV, so I flipped the power button to on. The only thing that I get to come in were cartoons. Started thinking back to when I was a kid and comparing the shows that they had then, like Garfield, to the shows they have now. You know, in my opinion, the shows they have now are really ridiculous. They're so fast-paced, and they have jokes that kids don't get. Let's take a look at the clip of the Raddies, which is a cartoon on Nickelodeon, and I'll show you what I mean.
He sensed something was wrong, so he went to investigate. Norman's mother, seeing Teddy's shadow, thought it was Robert De Niro coming to do a cameo in this show. Teddy returned to his shoe, unaware he had saved the Harvest Festival. I know, I was that Harvest Festival. Back to reality, Teddy was on the boot phone to Robert De Niro's agent, apologizing for that last joke. And Teddy decides Teddy has had enough excitement for one day.
Now come on, do you think a 3-year-old's gonna understand that? I think not. When I was a kid, they only showed things like Bugs Bunny and Casper the Friendly Ghost. Now they have cartoons like Rainbow Bright and the Raddies like you just saw a clip of, which airs on Nickelodeon. They even have Kiddo TV, a channel especially for cartoons. I wouldn't even think that kids would want to watch this kind of stuff. But through my many babysitting experiences, I found that if you sit a kid down in front of a TV with any kind of animation, they'll watch it. I don't think that kids would want to sit down and watch things that they don't understand. But since cartoons are made for kids, if they like them, I guess they're good. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Welcome to Sports Commentary. I'm Ansar Hassan, sitting in for Kyle Critchfield, who's vacationing in Seattle this week. The 1989 baseball season ended last week as the A's skunked the Giants 4-0 in the World Series. As baseball has come to an end, basketball is dribbling its way into the spotlight. So without any questions, here are my predictions. The Chicago Bulls have gained 3 quality draft picks, including Stacey King and B.J. Armstrong, to accompany Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, and the legendary Michael Jordan. They have what it takes to win the East. Running a close second will be the bad boys of the East, the Detroit Pistons. Their only loss was Rick Mahorn, who they hope will be replaced by Anthony Cook of Arizona. They are, of course, led by Isaiah Thomas. Out to the West, the Lakers' domination here should come to an end. Their only addition was Yugoslavian Vlade Divac. Their players are getting older, and they just don't have what it takes anymore to clinch the West title, partly due to the fact that the Phoenix Suns have all the tools. Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, and Armin Gilliam will be joined by newcomer Kenny Battle. So in the final championships, I think it'll be the Phoenix Suns and the Bulls, with the Bulls in Game 6.
Do you ever find yourself sitting at home with absolutely nothing to do? Well, I'm sure at one time the answer's been yes. The next time you're bored, try running like father, like son. This is another identity-switching movie. This stars the ever-so-popular Kirk Cameron and the funny guy Dudley Moore. I'm sure you've seen Kirk in Growing Pains and Dudley Moore in Arthur 2 on the Rocks, or 6 Weeks. Well, it starts out with a magic potion. Kirk Cameron, who plays Chris Hammond, and Dudley Moore, who plays Dr. Jack Hammond, make the switch into each other's bodies. This reaction takes place after Dr. Hammond uses what he thought was Tabasco sauce, but was really the magic potion. The change occurs with the first person who he makes eye contact with, which is his very own son, Chris. Well, Dr. Hammond can't possibly go to work, and Chris Hammond can't possibly go to school, right? Well, not really. Dr. Hammond decides to go to school for Chris, but decides it'd be a better idea if he stayed home and called in sick for him. Now everything's set, right? Not exactly. At least until the doctor's boss decides to stop by the house to see how the doctor's feeling. Now let's take a look at what he sees.
Jack?
Accomplished.
Looks like you're feeling much better.
Yeah, I was just checking the light bulb.
Good. It's good. All right, then. Well, we'll see you back at the hospital in, say, an hour.
Right. Bye.
Well, this had to be the longest day of their lives, but with much enthusiasm, panic, stress, and a lot of hard work, they managed to survive. They finally got switched back into each other's bodies, and from this experience grew closer together. This movie turned out to be very entertaining, and I suggest you rent it. I'm Sarah Graham, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Bye-bye.
Hi. Have you ever wanted to use a voodoo doll on anyone famous? Well, I know I have. and I'm sure the people at Monte Vista have wanted to too. So I went around the campus to see what people have said. If you use the voodoo doll on anyone famous, who would it be?
Oprah Winfrey. Because I hate her. I hate her show.
Roger Craig of the Giants for losing it to us. Ruined the game.
I think I'd like to kill Zsa Zsa Gabor because she's really obnoxious, and I think she's total being stupid with all this publicity with that stupid case and everything.
Alyssa Milano. Yes.
And why is that?
Because she's just so stuck on herself. It's unbelievable.
Burt Reynolds. And why? Because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Definitely Ronald Reagan, because he sucked as a president.
Jose Canseco.
And why is that?
He's a bad person. He violates the rules. Dolly Parton.
Why is that?
I have no idea. Bill Cosby, stick the needles in his face, and he'd probably have nice facial expressions for it. I think it'd be kind of funny.
Brian Lynch.
And why?
Because I hate him. No, I don't really hate him, but he bugs.
Burt Reynolds. I don't know.
If I was to use the voodoo doll, it'd be on that famous newscaster Bob Graham from Just For You. I would just take it and well, anyway, that's it for Question of the Week. And now to you, Dave.
Thank you, Nathan. The other day I stumbled across something that it really caught my attention. The fact that Monte Vista is a closed campus. Okay, here's the scene. I race down to the car as I hear the bell, which announces the end of 5th period and the start of lunch. We hop in and we're off to another routine day of lunch at Kavanaugh Liquors. The traffic, which usually delays us, is for some reason a little bit thicker today. Just when we get to the clearing of the circle and we think we're home free of all this traffic, a large body hurls herself in front of the car. Just as you slam on the brakes, you notice that, yes, it's one of Monte Vista's very own world-famous administrators. They're not there to put a dent in the front of your car. No, all they want to do is see your lunch pass. You see, Monte Vista is a closed campus, and without a lunch pass, you're not supposed to go off campus for lunch. Well, we all know there's ways around that, and in my opinion, it's just a big waste of time, this closed campus stuff. I mean, come on. If they would make it an open campus, it would cut down the traffic, and you could get out to lunch. I mean, the only reason why they have a closed campus, in my opinion, is just to shorten your lunch. I mean, can't the administrators find anything better to do with their time? Like maybe pick up garbage, stop the drug problem in the bathrooms, I don't know, fix the clipboards, something like that. Well, that's just my opinion. I'm Dave Welch, and that's just a thought. Now let's take a look at a music video. This is Painted Black by the Rolling Stones.
I could not foresee this thing happening to you.
I'm Becky General, and this week I'm doing the top 10. Well, the topic this week is the top 10 reasons not to fly. And this topic was inspired by a recent trip to Oklahoma, so I suggest that you listen up. Number 10 is the food. Have you ever heard of Sky Chef? Well, I've tasted it, and let's just say I didn't like it. Number 9, the possibility of getting sucked into the toilet. Number 8, if you don't get sucked into the toilet, the sound of it flushing is going to give you a heart attack. Number 7, the guy next to you falls asleep and mistakes you for his teddy bear. Number 6, switching flights. Your flight arrives at gate 2 and your next flight departs at gate 36. You have 10 minutes to get there. Well, if you've ever been to Dallas-Fort Worth, you know this is impossible. Number 5, baggage. You fly to Dallas while your luggage flies to Tokyo. Number 4, babies. Oh, what a cute baby. Until the plane takes off and the kid won't stop screaming. Number 3, looking out your window and seeing a thunder and lightning storm that's reportedly 100 miles away. Number 2, nonchalantly looking out your window and seeing sparks fly out the engine. And number 1, the possibility of getting a DC-10 convertible. I'm Becky General, and I'll see you next time with another amusing edition of the Top 10. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Daima.
Hi, I'm Tiffany.
And this
Welcome
is
to
By
By
Sally. Can we have our callers, please, now?
Hi, Tiff. Hi, Daima. I've been giving my friend drugs, and I'm really concerned about her. I think she's doing them too much now. What should I do?
Well, I don't think you should be giving your friend drugs in the first place, and obviously she's got a problem if she needs them or something like that.
Yeah, where are you getting these drugs from anyway? That's illegal. You have a real problem. I think you just want your friend dead if you're giving her all these drugs. Can we have our next caller, please?
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old boy, and my mom just got remarried, and, well, you see, my stepsister, she's 16, and she's coming on to me, and I don't know what to do so I don't hurt her feelings, but I just don't know what to do.
You having an incest relationship? I don't understand.
I think she sounds like a really nice girl, and I think maybe you should give her a chance, you know? I mean...
They're related, wait a minute.
They're not related, I mean, they're steps.
No.
Come on, don't be sick, she's my sister.
Well, I think you should probably talk to her.
Yeah, maybe if you really gross her out, she won't be interested in you anymore.
Maybe if you like
Next
her,
caller.
act as if you...
Next caller.
Daima and Tiffany, I'm really worried. I don't know what to do. My boyfriend's parents don't like me because I'm rich, and they're on welfare. What should I do?
Maybe support them with some extra money.
Yeah, maybe you should bribe them, or maybe you should just
just send a check in the mail. Pay for their house payments and then take their son out.
Date guys with the size of your bank account is the same as yours.
Next caller.
Hi Daima, hi Tiffany. I drive a motorcycle, and me and my girlfriend were out on a date, and she kind of fell off the back and was run over by a bus. And I'm really depressed about this, and I'm living with this depression. I feel like it's all my fault. I just can't handle myself. I'm thinking about killing myself. What should I do? Help me, please.
It is all your fault.
Get a seatbelt.
It is all your fault, and kill yourself. Next caller.
Well, thank you for coming to Out by Sally. See you next week.
Yeah, bye.
I went to this movie with the idea that it was just for kids. Well, I was definitely wrong. The bear gave me a new view of wildlife. It brought the animals up to my level. The Young Orphan Club is played by Deuce, and the 15,000-pound male bear is played by Kodiak Bear Bart. This set of animal actors was actually more entertaining than most human actors. The storyline is somewhat like Bambi. The cub's mother dies and leaves him behind for several days to fend for himself. He meets up with a wounded bear male that has been shot in the shoulder by a hunter. The cub saves the bear's life by cleaning up the wound. And the big bear adopts the cub and teaches it the ways of life, such as through examples, such as doing such thing as hunting, fishing, mating, and the tactics in handling hunters. He's a good learner, but things still seem to go wrong with his life, such as in this next clip. My heart really goes out to this cub because everything seems to go wrong for him. And it's an extremely emotional movie, so don't go see it to laugh. Go to see it to understand an animal's day-to-day life. It shows actual raw emotions. It grossed over 120 million in Japan and Europe combined, so it's obviously a movie well worth seeing. The bear will bring you back to nature. It's a definite must. I give it a definite thumbs up. I'm Nicole Matthews, and I'll see you with another movie review next week.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bob Graham, and if you haven't already noticed, Art's not here. He's off with a trek in some adventurous country looking for some new great news stories. Now with the top of the news tonight. Marlboro has announced they have a new spokesman. His name is Abdul Mohammed. He says that Marlboro is paying him over $2 million. Right now, this is just rumored. Avon has come out with a new line of makeup. I wrote them to inquire about this incredible line of makeup, and here's the picture they sent me. The three people in this picture are actually one person. It's called Be Who You Want to Be. Next story is, this here is Bertha Leibowitz. She was reportedly Playboy's 1990 Playmate of the Year. She was questioned by our correspondent in the field, Buckwheat, and this is what she had to say. I knew I had a great body, but nothing like this. I was just wondering if anyone would ever notice. Pete Rose is at it again. He supposedly has a new betting ring going. There's just one twist. This ring consists of all children. Pete, we never thought you'd stoop so low. There's a new craze in the Orient. It's called the electric look. The founder says you just find a socket and plug yourself in. We just received this photo of the new Chinese commuter ferry. Its only setback is it only holds 6 people. On its maiden voyage, it sunk when it ran into a Chinese triathlon swimmer. Well, that's it for this week. I'll be back next week with Art. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Keep your eyes open for the next episode of Just For You, because it is just around the corner. And if you feel that deep need to drop us a line down here at Rainbow Studio, the address is 3131 Stone Valley Road, Danville, California, 94526. Every once in a while, look up into the sky and smile, because there's no scientific proof that aliens aren't looking at you right now. Bye-bye.